let's show a few more things about replaying logs. So we are going to go back to the Linux logs that we did in part 1. So we put the log source group that we created for this testing. And I use my own editor and I copy from PFH logs file. I pasted this in here. I changed the log source identifier from my log source, and I put the IP address on my QRadar box in here in order to make sure that everything keeps working well. Let me actually grab that and go to my Linux box and paste it in here. I can also do Control-Shift-V. I can just do it like that. And here we see that we get that event. 6443 is the random number given to the actual user, and so that is working well. Now, you may be wondering, well, within log run, I have the capability of running multiple iterations of the log. And yes, you can do the same here, and even better, because you can make not only looping, but looping with random. Let's actually do a looping of this command using the for loop and do a random user. Let's see if I can do this right. So we're going to do a for loop, and we're going to use the variable user, which we have in there, in $sequence, and we're going to do 15 to 26 in here, and we're going to do a do, and we're going to paste that command in here, but we're going to take some pieces out. Oops, let me redo this. I don't want to put the entire thing. And we are not going to be doing the export because the random is going to be generated by the for loop. We're just going to do the echo, and then what we do is actually we can conclude it here. So we can put done, and boom, we get that sequence generated, and we have that looping with different usernames. This is the one that we had before. Notice that the timestamp are nicely correct here without you having to edit any of those things. We can even put a sleep in between. So space them out for every 2 seconds, which we done. Let me see if I did this one right. So we get the first one there, 2 seconds later the second one, the third, and so on, right? So let's write a rule and do some more testing and one more trick that PFH passed me along. So let's take a look. For example, we're going to make this easy. We're going to identify this by the QID. So we're going to grab that QID, and we are going to create a new rule. So we go to offenses, rules, new event rule. We're going to give it a name. And let's say that the first condition, we want it to come from that log source. Actually, we can even do it from the log source group, but yeah, why not? Actually do that and go into the log source group that we created on their test. Add submit, and the next condition will be that the QID is the one that we follow. So actually paste QID, and we add that, and we submit. Go to the next page. Oh, I didn't complete the condition. Let me actually do that. I didn't have it highlighted when I click add. Now that I have it here, I can do submit, and I see it there. So now I can move to the next page. And what we're going to be doing here is, in order to highlight the existence of the rule, PFH says, well, for testing purposes, make all these conditions of the magnitude to 10, so it will highlight, among others. It's enabled, so we are done. Back in the log activity tab, and if we replay that event with the sleep in between, we're going to see that this thing is firing. We see that the magnitude is all highlighted, so we kind of know that is ours. But if you want to be 100% sure, you pause it, you go here, and then underneath here you see that that rule that you just created is in the among the rules that match for that particular event.